Wow. I'm currently going through my phone storage. It's been like full forever and I've just kept on procrastinating this. I've deleted a lot, but I had like over 100,000 photos and videos, and now I have maybe 80 because I deleted some. So I am actually going through a lot of my old videos. I feel like I want to be creative and do something with it and actually use the content I've been like creating for years and years. So in this video, I want to share about my journey to Ireland back in 2019. So it's quite a long time now. But I feel like that trip was so life-changing for me because it was at this point in my life where my life really took a new direction into spirituality. Yeah, it feels like a really special point in my life that I somehow want to share a little bit about. I don't know exactly what I'm gonna say, but yeah. I want to share some videos and footage as well. So let's just have a little story time moment and chat about my trip to Ireland. Let's go. Oh, let me introduce myself first. My name is Moa Simborn and I am currently 26 years old. I live in Sweden and I am from Sweden. However, I currently live at a spiritual community, a conscious community. It's called Ängsbacka, and I currently live outside of that in a little collective household living, which is super cozy, and I just moved in here and I will live here for the whole summer. Super fun. That's a little bit about me. Let's continue. I miss Ireland so much. You know, when you look to the past and you have these golden moments in life that you always sort of look back to and you're like, oh, just like romanticizing the past. I feel like my Ireland trip is like that for me. I felt like I was like peak happy because my life took such a turn and I did something that just like felt like a big life change for me. I stepped out of my comfort zone, I explored something new, I met new people, and I was in a total new environment. In fact, it was actually the first time traveling on my own as well. I've only been to like Spain and France and Ireland, ever. Those are the only countries that I ever been to. 2019, it just feels like forever ago. Most of my years, I've been really into spirituality and really anything esoteric. I really love to explore my internal world and understand myself on a deeper level, sort of find my purpose in life. I feel like this is sort of the journey I am on, and I consciously got into that journey or started walking that path around 2018. I struggle to know if I've actually had this big spiritual awakening that people talk about. Like, I would only know from my own perception of what that is. But when I hear people talk about spiritual awakenings, it feels like something that's absolutely crazy, and you know, they start to see colors brighter and things like that. And I don't know if I've experienced things to that sort of degree, but I feel like my life definitely changed for the better 2018, because suddenly I was like feeling all of this new hope in life. And I think spirituality, just learning about what it is, really awoke this spark in me. And I felt like, whoa, okay, there's more to life. There's something deeper. There's actually something deeper, more meaningful out there for me. And I want to understand that. To be honest, I have no idea what I'm doing. I have no idea where I'm going, what this path looks like for me. Essentially, it's really all about self-development and just becoming the version I want to be. That's sort of how I see it now, rather than trying to put myself into some sort of spiritual box or any box, really. That's such a spiritual thing to say. But yeah, I guess I've had some strong awakening happening back then. And I met this person, and oh my god, this is its own whole story, but I feel like I might as well just go there because I don't know if I will make another video about this. Sort of fell in love with this person who I was not really compatible with. This person sort of opened the door for me to really explore total new things. I went deep down the rabbit hole, I'll tell you that. That's what I did. And I was like shook, and I was just like, oh my God, I don't know what to believe anymore about anything. This was the whole moment I like stopped taking my medication. I have ADHD and I was really depressed in my teenage years, and I took medication for that and for my ADHD and for like sleep and a lot of things, anxiety. But I stopped with all of that because I really wanted to go deep into meditation, and I wanted to like explore my inner world and my inner feelings that I felt was being blocked through my medication. So I wanted to feel deeper. Like I said, a whole story. Long story short, I was called for a spiritual journey. Like I wanna do a pilgrimage. I wanna find myself. I want to expand my consciousness. I want to grow. I want to be somewhere else. So that was my calling, and it was so strong, and I was so determined that I need to do this journey. I didn't know how it was gonna look like, but back in 2018 and 2019, I was really into K-pop, and I was absolutely obsessed with BTS, which honestly, they still fire. I really love BTS still. I can't wait for new music, honestly, in the future. I was listening a lot to K-pop, and I was so into Korean culture, which I still am, but not as obsessed as I was. And back then, I was actually considering studying Korean even. I learned Hangul on Duolingo. Which I came quite far. I feel like I learned pretty much all the letters. Cannot remember now though, at all. I was determined that I'm gonna study Korean in Korea, and there I'm gonna have my spiritual journey, which is very fascinating that I would choose that place out of all places. But yeah. However, it did not happen because there was some real good miscommunication with the company I was talking with back then. Basically, I did not have the economy to make it work. I had to cancel that. I was devastated. But a few days later, suddenly it kicked into me, and I realized that my cousin lives in Ireland. This is my cousin who's been my best friend, my childhood friend who I grew up with. So we've always been really close. And it just came to me. I was like, maybe I'll just write to her. And so I did. And I wrote to her, and I literally asked her. I was desperate at this point. I just wanted a big change. And I was so sick of being in Sweden. I was so sick at living at home with my family. I just wanted to go away. I asked her, I said, hey, can I come to you, potentially travel to Ireland and maybe live with you and maybe get a job there for unlimited amount of time? Something like that. And she, the Gemini she is, she was like, yeah, girl, come here. I'll get you a job. I'll get you residency. Let's go. And I was like, okay, great. And so I went. 20 days later, I went to Ireland. I took the flight. I got there, and my life changed. No, but kinda. And it was super scary to travel on my own, but it was also so exciting. Like, I was so excited about everything. During that time, I just felt like I was open for anything and any challenge. I was like, yes, I can do it. And I felt so connected to this higher calling, which is so funny how it was so strong in me. And it comes in waves, that sort of feeling. I got there, and yeah, my cousin helped me with everything. She helped me get residency, and just a few days later, I had a job. I started working at this fundraising company. Please. Oh my god, I'm scared. Yeah! So I did that for a bit, which was very interesting. I did not like it actually, because I do not see myself as a saleswoman in that way. Basically what you do is you walk on the street and you talk to people and you try to get them to subscribe to donate money every month. I'm sure you met one of these people. It's very common in Ireland and in the streets there. Oh, I forgot to say, I was in Cork City. That's where I lived. I started working there. It was quite challenging, but I was up for a challenge. I wanted to definitely grow, learn something new, and I met some cool people. But during this time, I was a little bit in this uncertainty. I didn't really know exactly what I wanted. I was looking for something deeper, and I was super into all these esoteric stuff. So I wanted to find like healers and mediums and people who worked with energy and did psychic readings and things like that. That was what I was really interested in during that time. I wanted to essentially awaken my own psychic abilities. So I was really curious to meet like-minded people who was into that as well. And I didn't really feel like the people around me was tapped into that sort of thinking.
Let's face it, they're muggles.
Like I was kind of working quite corporate, if you know what I mean.
Muggles.
And I felt like maybe these are not really my people.
Muggles.
But I was super optimistic, and I did also sort of enjoy meeting new people anyways.
Ow, that hurt. That really hurt.
It was not a good slap though.
Can I say? Can I watch the video? Can I say?
Oh no, it's a video. Stop me. I felt like I was more in the lookout for new people. It was at one point that I came to this almost like a crossroad for me, like internally. It felt like that at least, where I saw these people on the street when I was working and doing fundraising, these hippie people that was giving out free hugs. And I was super drawn to them. I was like, ooh, who are these people?
I can need to choose these people who represents a past life, the old me, or I can choose these people who represents a new path, a new life, a new me. What would it be? What will I do?
And I started talking with them, and my cousin too. Like we both got friends with them. I got to know a really, really nice person who is still my friend today. Shout out to you, Bubba.
Yeah, happy. Riding in a tractor, we get on up there. We're all fucking class, we just have to remember as well. I am that reflection, I turn up to let you all know you're all fucking class. We are all worthy of enjoying ourselves. It's just a choice.
Wow, what a life.
That's all I have to do. Do it for you.
So, what's going on here today? Sitting in the park. I'm supposed to validate people. Is that what you're saying?
No, narrate.
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 Narrate people. What's that?
See here now as the human species intoxicates itself with a cigarette due to its unconscious ability to understand how it is being controlled.
See two gentlemen walk in the park. one in the telephone. They're sitting down.
And they're too close,
They're too close for me to even talk.
just in case they hear it.
That would be awkward, right?
It's kind of easier when they're far away.
So we see two women in a bank.
Respect women.
In a bank. In a bank.
Respect women.
Respect the women. We have a kid. Oh, she's throwing a leaf in the fountain. She's very concentrated. She's looking for her mama. Maybe she's in the fountain. Or maybe
She's behind the tree.
Maybe she's that bird. What have you done today?
What did I do?
What did you do?
I interviewed a guy for Live TV called Trigger. He's an Irish rapper and he's making moves, as they say in the scene. He's making moves.
And what would you rate this coffee from 1 to 10?
And from 1 to 10, I rated 11. How would you rate it? Disrespectful. Oh,
I wanted to do that, but I wasn't able to.
The disrespect.
The disrespect. No, it's actually very good now when it's cold. Respect the coffee.
Respectful women respect coffee.
What's going on here? I'm so confused. Via Brava. Woo, yeah. Love that. Thank you.
That's what I do. I'm cool, hey. That's what I do. I'm cool, hey. That's what I do. Ego, 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 ego.
I remember I was so happy when I found a crystal shop in the town. Like, all of this was so new to me, and I was so fascinated by crystals as well. I remember meeting a woman there who also did different healing work on me. I think the theme for me of my inner transformation during that time had a lot to do with seeing my own inner light. So right before the trip, I was in love with this guy who did not like me back. Yeah, this was definitely like something you would consider a trauma bond, and I was so attached to this guy and I really wanted him to like me. Very interesting person. He was definitely like a catalyst for me into spirituality, and also the doorway to shadow work and to really look into my own shadows and all the negativity and all the sort of the parts of myself that pretty much what I would call today all my inner protectors that have sort of negative coping mechanisms that causes destruction in relationship, sabotages, like more mean and aggressive and like judgmental, like all these things that we would judge as so negative and bad. Like during that time, I really got to look into myself from that lens. Yeah, it was quite awakening, but it was also not my journey of self-love. During that time, I felt like I was a lot in scapegoating and self-blame. And so it was really heavy and dense, but at the same time, I'm also happy I went through that because it was just radical self-honesty and awareness.
Ooh, and that gave me perspective on what love actually is and how it feels to be self-loving. Yes.
Felt like I was on that sort of journey, but I did not see myself in a good light at all. I feel like my Ireland journey was like so much lighter, and I finally started to feel this self-empowerment that I had been missing during my months before that. This friend that I got to know, I feel like he really lifted me up, and he was so kind to me and so supportive. Felt like I was really like lifted up again, and during that time I just genuinely start to see how I'm actually a good person and that there is beauty, which is darkness. That was a big contrast. So I was there for about 3 months, not longer. And it's funny because before I traveled to Ireland, My mom actually gave me a reading. My mom is like a medium as well, which probably has influenced me into becoming the person I am today, because she would talk about angels and ghosts and all of that when I was a kid. And she gave me a reading before I went, and she told me that you will only be there for 3 months and then you will come back. I was like, oh yeah, really? Because my intention was that I wanted to be there for like a year at least. It was interesting because she was right. 3 months later, I started talking to a guy who is now my ex-boyfriend. That was pretty much the reason why I felt called to go back to Sweden again. We started texting and talking on Facebook. I just had that inner sense that I'm done here now. I've received what I need and I'm ready to continue. It's very intuitive, very strong, and I listened to it and I traveled back to Sweden from Ireland very drastically. When I'm in the flow, I make changes really drastically, which is really interesting. Like, I never really know what's gonna happen. So yeah, Ireland, very nice time. My favorite thing about Ireland was, yeah, the people and the self-trust I felt during that time. And my least favorite thing of Ireland, I would say, I would probably say the job, but I also liked it in a way. But I just realized really quickly that I do not want to scam people on money. I stopped that. And I was actually 1 month without a job because I struggled to find something else to do. And I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do. And also, for 1 month, at least, I lived in this woman's house where I rented a room, and that was the craziest thing. Like, I go up there and I'm gonna rent a room, like it's pretty much already decided, but I'm going there to see my room, and I look out the window, and out the window there is a big graveyard. Like, I literally lived outside a graveyard. I always been afraid of ghosts because of my mom growing up, because she would always talk about ghosts and I did not want her to talk about it, but she wouldn't stop, and she would say like, they're not dangerous, they're not bad, while also being very afraid at the same time. So I felt like that was a big challenge for me, actually, to sleep there every night and just being so afraid. Sometimes I felt like I lived in a horror movie, but it was fine. Nothing happened ever in that house. It was actually a really nice house, to be honest. That was also a fun thing. Anything else fun about Ireland? I went to this cool castle. It was super cozy and we just played music. That was real nice. Felt like I moved places a little bit as well during my stay there. It was also an adventure. I hope you like the clips I've been showing in this video. Maybe I'll show you some more as well. I really just want to have these memories here forever for me to remember. It was such a sweet time that I will never forget. Even though it was just like a trip, someone might say like physically it's just a trip somewhere else, but for me, like, it was internally the biggest shift ever for me. Yeah, I've been forever changed. I've been just like, you know, very grateful for that time. I feel like this is what comes up for me now to share about. Now my roommate is drumming, so it's probably a good time and to stop this video.
Took the image of a thug, captured a pillar, willing to stick out my neck for respect if it meant life or death.
What?
Never lived.
Dude.
Ain't nobody holding you back.
Fuck, he can drum really well as well.
Yes.
Vet ju som jag vill lära mig att bli en människa.
Haven't even filmed the joint yet. You're going. As we're gonna for school, can you the fish can't handle the.
Poor thing, all they want to do is sing.
Sense of you, suspense controlling my mind. I cannot find my way
Out of here,
I want you by my side, so that I never feel alone.
I want you, we can bring it all night long. What the fuck is going on?
The bees spread and every poison the brain is planted to its knees. Don't be coy, don't be foolish, see it differently. And you're picking up the pieces.
Let me know if you want me to share anything else in a future video. Thank you so much for watching this video. Share below if you have any fun, stories for your own spiritual journey. Let's connect and talk. I really want to grow a YouTube community at some point. I mean, I've just started YouTube, honestly, like properly, so that might take some time. Who knows? I would love to talk more and connect with an online community. So I wish you a beautiful week and I'll see you in my next video. Please like and subscribe, and let me know what you want to say next. I'll be making more stuff. Thank you for watching. Bye.
If you do not kiss them girls, lips will grow all moldy. When I was a little boy, mommy used to tell me, if you do not kiss them girls, lips will grow all moldy. All the way for Rosie, all the way for Rosie. All the way for Rosie, all the way for Rosie. When I was a little boy, Daddy used to tell me. When I was a little boy, my daddy used to tell me. Then I met a German girl, but she was ugly and lazy. Then I met a German girl, but she was ugly and lazy. When I was a little boy, Daddy used to tell me. Then I met a German girl, but she was ugly and lazy. All the way for Rosie, all the way for Rosie. Come on, boys. All the way for Rosie, all the way for Rosie. When I was a little boy, brother used to tell me. When I was a little boy, my brother used to tell me.
What are you telling me?
Then I met a girl from Galway City. Then I met an Irish girl from Galway City. Then I met a Irish girl, then I met an Irish girl, she fucking drive me crazy, she fucking drive me crazy. Then I met an Irish girl from Galway City, fucking drive me crazy, she fucking drive me crazy. When I was a little boy, me brother used to tell me, King Louis was the king of France in the time of the Revolution. King Louis was the king of France in the time of the Revolution. And then he got his head cut off, he lost the Constitution. And then he got his head cut off, lost the Constitution. King Louis was the king of France in the time of the Revolution.
Good work!
Yeah!
Yay!
Oh, it's a rough song that was.